Hi everyone, welcome to Block Talk. Today Maura and I are going to be talking about blocks 19 and 20 in Sewcialites 3. We'll start with block 19, and that is the Pinwheel Dash block, and it was designed by Bev McCullough. Hi Maura.
Hi Ann.
I feel like I should be saying this in every video, but we're in deep gratitude to the Fat Quarter Shop for putting on this quilt along, and also for all the designers and everyone else. This is a huge program they're putting on. So yeah, just want to say that. All right, so should we show block 19?
Ta-da!
You always have a musical intro.
Oh, yours is really cute. I'm a
Oh,
little off in
thanks.
my center and my pinwheel, but I was okay with that.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I really like this block. There were a lot of elements to it.
Yeah.
I liked it though a lot. It was a fun one to do.
Yeah, I think it's really cute.
I can see it in a lot of applications. I think I'm going to try and do it in a baby quilt I talked to you about, and doing pink and grays and whites, and then making these. I got some cute little cat fabric. I would make these all solid square, and then have the pinwheel, and then a different pinwheel in each one, and it's that fleece or that fluffy, like that minky material. And then this would be a constant in all of this little border thing would be a constant in all the blocks to kind of pull it together. So, but yeah, lots of potential.
So you're going to use full squares in the corners?
Just on the outside ones. I love this. I love the pinwheel. I've got some really cute, I'm trying to make something for a little baby girl. And then I got some really cute cat fabric that I think I can fussy cut. And then this will make its own pattern when you put them together. So
that'll be cute. Yeah. So if you use squares in the corners, keep in mind that you're going to end up with 4 squares together when you sew it together.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's going to be my intention, so that I'll have like this will match this one will match that one.
Oh, so you have different like values of cat fabric?
Yeah.
That'll be so cute.
I have a cat fabric that's like smiley face cats in gray, and then I've got another one that's in pink.
That'll be super cute.
So yeah.
Whenever Maura likes a block, in pretty quick amount of time, she makes a quilt with it. So
nothing. I didn't have any seam rips. How about you?
Nope, I didn't either. I took my time on this one. It took a while.
Yeah, yeah. That's where I'm curious on who won that.
I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah, I know. Well, I've been using a different machine lately. I need to get my Juki in to get it serviced, so I set myself up with another machine while it's gone, because there's no way I'm going without a sewing machine.
Yeah.
And wow, moving from one machine to another, once you get that 1/4 inch seam down on one machine, I am really struggling with that. This machine is kind of nice because my Juki is a straight stitch only, and you cannot move the needle at all.
Okay.
This machine, I'm able to move it, which is really cool, because I just think it gives you more options for, figuring out how you like to do your 1/4 inch seam. But I still don't quite have it down, and these blocks are very, very off. Yeah. In terms of the size.
Oh, okay. You're not hitting your 6-inch mark, or?
Yeah, they're short. They're short of 6 inches. But what I do when that happens, and I'll do it with these, is I'll cut a piece of paper to 6.5 inches, and I'll just put a dab of glue on all 4 corners, and I'll center the block on that paper, kind of like I'm foundation paper piecing.
Okay.
But it will show me where it's off once I get that paper centered. Okay. And then I can make some decisions. And that doesn't fix it, because, still my seam allowances are also going to be screwed up. If it's a small block, it's going to be off anyway, but I can kind of compromise, and that helps. So I'll be doing that with this. And block 20, because it also is no bueno.
I noticed that like they keep giving every step of the way, they give what the dimensions should be as you go, and I am still really guilty of not following that. I just kind of keep sewing and sewing, and then I go, why's this side off? And it's like if I just stop and measure and make sure everything was concise, I would have pretty pristine blocks. So I'll get there.
Well, okay, so maybe we can make a deal at some point, because what I started doing is I quit doing that because my time compared to yours was so embarrassing. And so that's not helping, but actually it's a good exercise for me as well, because, you know, it takes you twice as long to make a quilt when you're doing that. And it's kind of like, it just depends on what you care about. No one else is going to notice any of that stuff. So, so I don't mind doing that. But when you start, you know, let's make an agreement that when you start doing the measuring and trimming in between steps, let me know so I can start doing it again too. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So dare I ask you your time on this one?
52 minutes.
52 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay. I had 42 minutes.
Okay. That's about
And I
right.
thought that took forever.
Yeah, I know. And actually, this one I did kind of measure in between. I did it quickly and not as well as I normally would. But anytime there's a lot of pieces, you know, it's easier to get away with when you're only doing a 4-patch. But
so on these, like when I do the baby quilt, these little border pieces, I found it easier, and I think I might have done it in this where I took a big strip of the blue and the green and the white, sewed it all together in one, and then cut the dimensions of the width it was supposed to be instead of cutting each single little square out and sewing it together.
you know, that probably saved time, 5 minutes of time for you by doing it that way. That's super smart.
Yeah, that's probably, I did that, and that's what I do again because those are all consistent and we're all the same. So I'm pretty sure that that's how I put those together.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah.
That was smart. And that's a good tip. I always look at these and go, I know there's faster ways, but you know me, I start putting the block together like 1 hour before we film. So it's like, yeah, I don't have time to think. I'm just going to follow the steps.
Go, 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 go. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, not much else to say on that one. No, it's so cute. Yeah. I can't remember. Did we have to cut off the corners when we did it? No, it just kind of, it would make two. I love those when they make two pieces.
Right. Right. As opposed to this week's.
Yeah. I hate the cutting and tossing. I just am like, more triangles to deal with.
Well, and there is a sheet that gives you the formulas for that. Like, I think it's like you add a 1/2 inch.
Okay.
To, like, if you're trying to make a 2.5 inch half square triangle, I think you cut the pieces at 3, and then it gives you the extra leeway so that you stitch on either side of the center.
I have a couple of cheat sheets that are on the triangles, and I have a couple of cheat sheets on the flying geese. So yeah, if I was doing a massive, to do one, I'm not too worried about it. But if I was doing like a massive, a bunch of them, then I would be finding a shortcut.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of get lazy about it. Sometimes I look at a pattern and I go, oh, there's better ways, but I don't really care.
If we were counting our cutting time, you would beat me. Because I am a very slow cutter. I'm a fast sewer and a slow cutter, and I'm betting that you're a fast cutter and a slow sewer.
I don't think I do anything fast.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we could try a block where we count the cutting. That would be kind of fun.
You'd win, I think.
Well, we should try it and see what happens.
Okay, we want to do that the next one? We'll throw down for the next one?
Sure.
The next two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Count the cat. Okay.
What is the next one? Do you have that sheet?
Oh my gosh, I don't have it.
That's okay.
Babbling. I don't have it.
I'll put it up on the screen. I have a feeling most of them, till we finish, are more difficult, but I think that's what I remembered.
Okay.
All right, so now let's talk about Block 20 in Sewcialites 3, designed by Doug Glico, and it is the gazebo block. So you want to show our blocks?
Yeah. This one was a fun one too. Whoopsie. Yours is pretty. Oh,
I hated it. It's boring, boring, boring.
you went with just two colors.
Yeah, and that's why it's boring. I should have done something else out here. And I almost thought about redoing those half square triangles to a different color before I assembled it. But again, I started 45 minutes before recording,
Oh,
so I
okay.
could not do that.
How come was it easier to go with the two fabrics because you were short on time, or what made you choose? Because I was expecting a lot of color in that one.
Yeah, so some of these blocks I've been doing just two color, or
Oh,
some of
okay.
them even just one color family. So I
Okay.
thought, oh, I'll do a simpler one this time with a lot of contrast. So the pink and black and purple in the middle. You know what I probably would have done is gone with lime green on the outside triangles.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like a leaf almost, sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
one,
let me see yours again.
this
didn't
one,
get
I
a good
really
one.
tried to pay attention to their directions. Normally, I just throw it together. I don't worry too much about color placement. But this one, I really try. I realized that in the instructions, they were using 4 prints and one each of the triangle and the rectangle, and then even
Right.
the placement was, to me, very intentional.
Right.
They all had to be opposite and over. If you look at them, opposite
Right.
and over.
Right.
So
So orange opposite green, pink opposite red, same
yeah,
thing in the middle. Yeah.
yeah. So I
I
tried to,
like yours. It's pretty. I like
yeah.
the differences in the values in the
But I
prints.
did screw up in my I hate the cutting away of the triangle because you cut it away and it's done. It's like you can't fix that. You can't re-sew it. You can't. It's one and done.
Right.
So
That's
this
true.
one, I think I got my seam allowance just a little off because this one is bigger than all the others. I have a little extra and I'll have to trim it. And it's just a little wonky, but I left it as it was. But
Yeah. That'll
really,
never
really
sew in the
frustrating
quilt.
when you're sewing those seams and then you cut it and then you get it and you go, oh, whoops.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a good thing your seam allowance was too small because that's fixable
Yeah, yeah.
when you trim it.
So probably should have redone that, but no seam rips in this one. But cute little block.
Yeah, yeah. I almost thought about flipping the. I flipped the black and the yellow on the or in the pink on the rectangles, and it made
Oh,
a what do they call that? A monkey wrench? Yeah, made a monkey wrench block. It made a totally different block.
oh,
I
yeah, you
almost went
did.
with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it made the corner triangles sort of pop out, and yeah, that would have
Well,
been kind of cool. But
so again
yeah,
on the rectangle, you would have just reversed. You would have just on the rectangle part, you would have reversed those colors.
yeah, just flipped it 180 degrees.
Oh, that would have been,
Basically.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was actually kind of cool looking.
These blocks, especially when you go to to Sewcialites Lounge,
Yeah.
these blocks have so much. There's so many things you can do with the color variances, with the picking all the fabrics, with going for 4 fabrics, going for 2 fabrics, switching around the blocks.
Yeah.
There's just so much play you can do with them that is a lot of, is a lot of fun.
It
Just
is. It's fun to go in there and look. And some of the things people come up with, you have to really look at it to realize it really is the same pieces. It's just the way they handle them.
yeah, yeah.
It's totally
And just
different.
even like flipping these outside triangles, flipping the color inward and having the background on the edge.
Yeah.
Totally different look. Totally. So just a lot of fun
Oh, that would have
ideas.
been cool to try.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, for me, that would have made like the monkey wrench with pink instead of the background. That would have been cool. Didn't even think of that.
Yeah, but it's I know we're always kind of on that. Oh, got to get this done, got to get this done. But just to have the blocks and just sort of play with them and come up. I think I did that in one of our earlier ones where I showed you all the different. Just cut out this on some different paper and just started rearranging those blocks and came up with a myriad of different things and different
Yeah.
ideas.
Yeah, at first I wasn't really paying too much attention to the Socialites Lounge on Facebook until you started pointing out all the different ones, and now I get excited to go on there and look and see
Yeah,
what
yeah.
people do.
And some of their colors are just, oh my gosh, the colors they've picked and just gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some people in there that are just amazing designers, I would almost call them, because
Yeah.
of how they handle their fabric choices and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any seam rips either. And the only trouble I have is my seam allowance is so bad right now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But
I'm
yeah,
finding I'm a little off again, but I'll make that up when I sew it to my oh, what do you call those? The blocks, the setting
setting
blocks.
blinds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you got for show and tell, Maura?
Show and tell, I have something, it's not finished. I've had it for a long time. Somewhere I have the history written down. This is a quilt top that my grandmother gave me that I believe her grandmother put together. So again,
What?
it's the fabrics of like old fabrics.
Are
It's
you talking about your great great grandmother?
it would be my great, yeah, possibly.
Wow.
My
Let me
head
see
hurts.
it.
My head hurts.
Oh,
It's a
Sunbonnet Sue.
it's a Sunbonnet Sue. Can you see it?
Wow.
And
Yeah,
so
what year do you think that was pieced?
I think it was in either 1910 or 1920. Here's the,
Whoa.
or older than that. I'm not sure. The fabrics are super old. I think that they're the flower cloths. You know, the stuff that your flower
Oh,
came
the
in?
flour sacks.
I think they're flower sacks fabric.
Wow.
And then the sashing is really cute.
Yeah, I love
Um,
that color
and
mauve
then this
kind
is
of.
all, yeah, this is all appliqued, and it's look at the stitching on the back. I mean, very meticulous. They didn't have anything else to do. Very, very, very meticulous.
Is there
Here.
candle wax on it?
No, there's no, yeah. No, I've
Hold
checked
one
the
up,
candle wax.
kind of. Hold one up to the screen, kind of closer, a little higher. Oh, there we go. And the fabric. Wow.
And there's
Wow. That is so
in there.
special.
Yeah. So she gave this to me, and then I was always gonna intended to finish it for her and give it back to her. And then she got dementia, and I kind of realized that giving back to her, she might, lose it. So I just hung on to it, and I'm going to finish it for myself. But it's a nice little heirloom, and I know
That's
the history of it.
amazing. Do you know how rare that is? That is really rare, Maura.
Yeah, and then this is going to be, I found this little floral pattern. That's going to be my backing to it because it kind of ties in with the
It's
pinks.
perfect.
Yeah, and it has the
Absolutely
old-timey
perfect.
look. And
Yeah.
then this one will definitely be hand quilted.
Yeah, yeah. How big is it about? Do you know?
I would say it's probably like a full size, no, I'm sorry, more like a twin size.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah,
It's amazing. Is it square or rectangle?
it's a rectangle. It's a
Okay.
rectangle.
So she made it for a bed.
Yeah, but a smaller, and I think it was, and it might have been made for my grandmother. It just never
Oh
got
my God. Of
finished.
course. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Now, why did it not get finished? Was it one
Um,
of the last ones she made or something?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah. My grandmother had some other quilts that she'd done and they were finished. One was a wedding ring and I can't remember what the other was. I did a little mending on both and then I put a little a thing on the back and they were Agnes Farnsworth, or I can't remember if it was Agnes Farnsworth or if it was Agnes Farnsworth's mother. So that would have been my grandmother's mother or her mother. I can't remember. I have it written down somewhere, and Grandma told me the history, and I wrote it down and put it on the back of the quilt, and then did some mending, very little. And then there was one that I told Grandma it was just beyond repair. It was all tattered and fraying and stuff. And I said, I don't have the knowledge to do anything with this. And I can't remember what pattern that was. But those,
Do you have it, or did you give it back to your grandma?
I gave them back to my grandma, and she, I think my aunt has one, and I'm not sure what happened to the other one. And then she had also given me this quilt top that never got finished.
Okay.
So,
wow, wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool. You know, for fabrics to survive, it's probably a good thing it didn't get made into a quilt because it wasn't beat up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's in really pristine condition, and
yeah.
And then I'll finish it like I was going to finish for my grandmother. She just got like I say, at one point I realized that if I finished it and gave it back to her, she just didn't have her faculties, and she,
you would never see it again.
Exactly. Yeah. And so it meant more to me.
I think that's what she would want.
Yeah, but I have to get it finished in my lifetime.
You will. Dude, that is just so cool. And she hand-appliquéd it, of course.
Yeah. And it's so funny.
Is it hand-pieced?
No, I think it's machine. I don't know. I didn't really look at that part of it. It might be hand. It's looking like it might have been hand stitched.
It probably was.
Because the stitches are kind of inconsistent on this.
Yeah.
On this pink part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and it's straight stitched, but there's just a couple of times where it's like. I don't know.
It should be pretty obvious
Well, some of those people, they could stitch and it was very consistent.
For sure. It's totally a different kind of stitch though, because a machine will interlock it.
I'm not seeing the locking part of
it. Yeah, I bet it's hand-pieced.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's one
thread.
What a
treasure.
I think it is one thread, yeah. So crazy.
Do you have any more of those?
No, just that one top. But it was funny because you were talking in a previous video about how you kind of got into quilting from, your grandma on the beyond. And here I am with the same, I think both of my great grandmothers quilted. And it's kind of like, hey, this would be fun for you. Okay, you need to get into this. I mean, I just had this strong draw to it. I couldn't stand sewing clothes. I wasn't really good on a sewing machine back in home ec, during my high school classes, but really enjoy the quilting, really enjoy the puzzle piecing and the structure and the creation and the freedom to create. And it's kind of like, it's funny to find this stuff from my relatives that are long gone. That are like, try this. This is going to be fun.
That's cool. Did your grandma did you ever sew when you went to your grandma's?
No. My grandmother did not do any crafting. She knew how to do latch hook rugs. She liked doing that. She might have done a little cross stitch, a little needlepoint, but nothing to extent.
Okay. So your grandmother didn't quilt. It's her grandmother that quilted.
It was either her mother or her grandmother. And I know her grandmother was a quilter.
But your mom quilted.
My mom did not quilt. But my mom did.
She sewed.
My mom did not. My mom sewed clothes for a little bit, and it wasn't her thing either. My grandmother on her side was a seamstress. My great grandmother was a seamstress on my mom's side.
I bet back then every woman sewed.
Yeah. So but on my mom's side, my mom did needlepoint, crocheting, knitting, embroidery. And then her mother was very much into all those little crafty arts and stuff. And then they
Okay.
both taught me when I was really young, and I did all that stuff and still enjoy it. And then quilting just to me takes it to the next level because you still have
I
the
agree.
stitching and yeah.
The geometry of it, I just love. Geometry was the thing I was best at in school always. So
Oh, funny.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. There's just something about it. It's just natural. But that's funny. So my mom also knitted. I mean, she's an incredible knitter. And she, I think, did crochet. She mostly knits and really complex stuff. Like she's got all these different needles and
Oh, wow. Okay.
keep counting
Yeah.
numbers. And
Yeah.
she would do like Cowichan sweaters. Remember when
Oh,
those were popular
yes.
with
Yes.
like animals on them and stuff? So yeah,
Yes.
she's very much into the needle arts, but
Okay.
not
Okay.
not and I know she used to sew also when I was little. Yeah, because we have one family picture where we're all wearing the same smock. Same color and everything. So yeah, she did sew clothes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, funny. Well,
Yeah.
there's so much satisfaction. People are saying that it's almost meditative, some of these crafts. And
Yeah.
there's just so much. And I'm seeing a resurgence of young people again that are getting into these again and finding they really enjoy it and they really like making something and, being able to give something that they've made. And,
Yeah.
and again, just the pride. Now the big deal is that you can't, compensate, monetarily for the time you put into something. You can't get, the actual
So
value
true,
of it.
especially quilting for sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And it's so funny. Um, I mean, I get it because people that don't quilt just don't know the amount of time it takes,
yeah,
and how would they, right?
yeah,
But even some people that do craft undersell their work. To me, it's like I'd rather keep it and give it away or
yeah,
give it away
yeah,
then why would I sell it? I
yeah,
mean, that's crazy. Unless I really needed to make a living and that's going to get me dinner, I would do it then. But, it's
yeah,
crazy how it's just not something I don't know. And then I see some stuff on Etsy and it's like, I think what it is, it's people that are retired probably, or they can afford the time and it just allows them to buy more fabric or whatever.
yeah, yeah. Just
But you
continuing the
look at
craft.
what they're selling and how much, and by looking at it what went into that, and you're just like, why would
Yeah,
you do that?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
funny.
Well, it's still nice. I think like when I give a quilt as a gift, it's to me like giving a great big hug to somebody I love. So
Oh, to me, there's nothing like it, and you know, yeah, there's nothing like it. It means a lot. It really means a lot. So, yeah, I enjoy that feeling giving it.
yeah,
It's like, here's how much I love you. Don't
yeah.
forget. And I never say how long it took or anything, but I think they know.
Oh
They
no,
don't
I think they
ask, but
get
they're
it.
just like, whoa, what? Kind of like, why did you do this?
Yeah.
keeps me from killing people. Okay.
No, there's just a lot of joy and satisfaction from it.
Yeah, same. All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. That was amazing. Amazing. Yeah, gives me goosebumps. All right. Well, anything else?
Nope, that's it. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye, Maura.
Bye, Anne. Did this record?